Hello there. You've tuned in to a Trainer's Heart Growth session, and my name is Derek Smith, and I'll be your host. Let's get started with another heart discussion. Tell me about yourself. The most often asked questions by interviewers. So, as an interviewer should be conscious of how the candidate will identify themselves because they will tell the candidate exactly what they want to hear and why they are qualified for the position. So, in an interview, if you are an interviewer, right, or you have conducted interviews before, or even if you have been in an interview, you will notice that most of the responses to this question will be hardworking, I'm flexible, I'm adaptive, I'm a strong communicator, and the list go on. So, as an interviewer, the interviewer should inquire about the applicant using strategic methods. So they should be strategic, asking a variety of questions, or they should engage them in hands-on activity. In doing this, it can provide information about the applicant's personality or experience. Let me tell you why I came to that conclusion. So I recall attending an interview a few years ago, and what transpired during the interview altered my entire perception of the subject. I was asked a series of questions by the recruiting officer, but at the end of the session, I was given some coins to count. Listen to this. So I thought to myself, what could be the reason for this? Because I'm not an accountant, or I'm not a cashier, or I am not dealing with money for this position. So I felt a little uneasy when she handed me the sheet of paper when she gave me the coins. But after that, she handed me a sheet of paper with some basic kindergarten math sequence and some words to memorize and then repeat back to her. I began to behave in a certain way. Started to behave in a certain way because I was thinking that she was attempting to patronize me. At the end of that process, she said to me at the end of the interview process, I noticed some things about you. And I was like, what did you notice? Because I was turned off because I'm saying I did not apply for a cashier position or an accountant, right? Or I'm not dealing with money. So why is it that you're going to give me coins to count and you're going to give me a kindergarten math? Sequence like these are for basic school children. Or you're going to look at a big man like me and give me this math? But she said to me at the end of the interview process, I noticed some things about you. She said, one of which you lack patience. And she said, you're also jumpy, among some other things. But guess what? Her judgment was right at that time. As a result, I came to this conclusion, right, that the question, tell me about yourself, is quite unclear. As an interviewer, right, the interviewer should ask questions that will help, that will assist them in determining the candidate personality, or they should use an alternative way, and they should pay attention. This is another important thing because I noticed that interviewer, the recruiting officer at that point, she paid attention to the non-verbal clues. At that point, she was very keen on paying attention on the non-verbal clues, because that's how she could know that I was jumping, I was moody, because she saw the non-verbal clue. I did not say it, but she saw my facial expression and all these things. So pay attention as to the non-verbal clues, because these are equally crucial in determining a person's personality. Another question I believe should not be asked during an interview is, why do you want this job? There are many reasons why someone may want a job. They would want it for better salaries, better benefit. They would be relocating, or guess what? They don't like the boss that they had. All of these are possibilities. I believe it provides no useful information that will assist the employer. It has no useful information that will assist the employer in making a hiring decision. At the same time, guess what? People, just like the previous question that we talked about, previously, they're gonna give you the same answers, such as I want to grow and I realize that I can release my full potential here, and etc., right? And if they, guess what, if they go to another interview the same day at a different time, they will say the same thing. So I don't believe that this provides any useful information at all to the employer in making the hiring decision. All right, so there are a variety of methods or ways for determining whether or not the applicant meets the company standard. Some of the most important methods in hiring process are the hands-on exercise and using scenarios. Thank you for joining us today. Please stay tuned for part 2. We appreciate your continued support, such as sharing our videos and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thanks for your time and consideration.